Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be taking a look at what the universe has written out for you for your next chapter. So if you are unfamiliar, I am doing a series on my channel based on Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department, where I take the 31 songs and I try to make 31 different readings based on the idea or based on what the songs inspire me to create. So this video was inspired by the song Tortured Poets Department, and what I had in my mind was I just imagine a group of souls up in the sky in the universe, and they're just writing away and writing out our next chapter, our next adventure, things that we were supposed to experience. So that gave me the inspiration for this reading. So basically what we will be looking at is what is going to come up for you, what is going to be a highlight in your life in this next coming chapter, something that could be exciting, something that could be very transformative for you. But basically, when you look back on your life, this is going to be one of the monumental points of your life. So your next main chapter, as you might call it. So yeah, and we have three different groups to choose from today. We have group 1 with the shark and the labradorite. Group number 2, we have the nightingale and the green fluorite. And group number 3, we have dragon with the blue apatite. So take a look at these groups to see which one is calling out to you. And also while you are here, do check out my song cover channel. I have it linked down in the description below. I do anime song covers on there, and it's kind of more like just a fun channel. But if you are keen or interested to look into that, I have it linked down below. I also have my other socials linked in the description box as well. But without further ado, once you're ready, the timestamps for your groups are also in the description, and I will see you there for your reading. Hello group 1s, if you have chosen the labradorite, this is going to be your reading all about what the next chapter is unfolding for you. So these are your oracle cards all laid out, and we are going to get started with your reading. So first I'm going to start out with this shark card. What happened when I was shuffling this deck was that this shark card kind of appeared at the bottom of the deck, and I usually don't notice the bottom of the deck energy. So when it was very significant to me, I was like, it made me pause for a second, and I was thinking to myself, should I take this card for group 1s? Is this why I am drawn to that bottom of the deck energy where the shark was? But I told myself, no, I'm going to shuffle and let the card speak for itself. If it wants to come out, it can come out again. And guess what? I shuffled and your card did come out again. So we're going to start out with the shark card since it really wanted to come out for you, and I feel like it's really significant for your group. So this card talks about something that's lurking beneath the surface, and in the description of the card it says that sharks are only dangerous when you don't acknowledge them, right? So what I'm seeing is that the next chapter in your life, you are going to be embracing and acknowledging something that is within you, that has been residing within you for a very long time. It could be an inspiration, it could be something about yourself, it could be a new realization about yourself, it could be a new boundary. Whatever it is, it has been nagging at you, and you have been noticing it for a while now without acknowledging it. And in this new chapter, you are going to really take your time to acknowledge this new aspect of yourself, and you will be transforming because you are going to be embracing this new part of yourself, right? And then we have this card. This is Mars in Scorpio with revenge. So what this card is telling me is that I'm really being very drawn to the Mars and the Scorpio energy. So Mars is very action taking. It is kind of the most go-getter energy in astrology. But with Scorpio, Scorpio talks about death and transformation. And so what I'm seeing is that, like how we said, something that is going to come from deep within you is going to surface. I think when it does come about, you are going to take very big transformative action to change who you are. Like, it really is going to transform you. I know like this message is a little bit of a repetition, but yes, what I do see coming up is that you're going to be transformed and you're going to come out anew. And if you learn to work with this energy of transformation, instead of fighting it, instead of trying your best to stay where you are, and if you embrace it and let this realization change you, it is actually going to be very beneficial for you. Oh, and then another thing about this card is that this little picture over here, it shows the sun and the moon embracing, and that kind of gave me the idea that we had that solar eclipse season a couple of weeks ago, and I feel like the transformation or whatever that was lurking beneath your surface, it started showing itself during the eclipse season, and that's when you started realizing it. So if you are trying to figure out what it is that is supposed to be transforming or what it is that you're supposed to change, think back on that eclipse season and think back on what you were really busy thinking about, or if you had realized something in that time, what is it that you realized? And that would be a very good indicator of the thing that is going to transform for you. And then you have house 12. To me, house 12 also talks about completion and transformation. This is our last house, and it says spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So I feel like you really are transcending to a new version of you. You are going to embrace whatever that is coming up from beneath the surface, and you're going to take that in as a part of you, and you're going to transform and grow into a better version of you. I feel like you're finally shedding. Well, shedding is not the right word, but you know how kids go from children into teenagers into adults? I think you're at the precipice where you are going from the old version of you to the new version of you. And with this card, Merkaba, this talks about your body, mind, and spirit. I feel that you are finally linking all of them together. You are no longer just solely focused on body or solely focused on mind. I feel that you're incorporating more of a spiritual aspect. You're realizing more of your spiritual side, and that is going to lead to a major transformation that's going to happen in your life, and this transformation is planned. The idea of this reading is that everything that is going to happen to us in the next chapter is all planned. We're just getting a kind of a sneak peek. So yeah, so what's planned for you is this transformation that's about to happen, where you get a very big spiritual growth. And then you guys have this inspiration card, and so this is Mercury in Pisces, I believe, and this talks about oh, I should probably cover this. This talks about you being inspired to pursue something. So I think at the end of the realization, you're going to be very tapped into, you know how this figure is connected to the sky and the earth. So you're going to be tapped into the universe, as well as being able to draw out all the inspiration and bring forth, materialize that into our 3D side, like 3D self. So yeah, like I see big inspiration that's coming in for you, group number one. And now we are going to get a few tea leaf cards to see any further messages that Spirit has for you, because I know that your oracle card didn't go too into detail. I know that something you have realized. I think this change is something that you've already realized is going to come into surface and it's going to be very transformative for you, but it doesn't really tell us exactly what it is. We know the timing, it started happening during the solar eclipse season, but you know, let's see more information. Let's see more information about this next chapter in your life. You do have the Tower card. Oh, nice. Okay, let's get a few more. I think that's enough. All right. Okay. I'm going to take the top card. I feel like it wanted to come out. Okay, so let's look at what your tea leaves have for you. First, you have Bo. You're highly thought of. So I feel that this new transformation is going to make you a very sought after, highly thought of person. It's going to gain you a lot of respect in the fields that you're in. You also have Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. And this is telling us that for you to be able to coast through this new chapter in your life, or to have the most benefit from this new chapter of change in your life, you have to clear your thinking. I think right now you might still be a little confused as to what this change is supposed to be. So that's where the muddiness is coming from. And the more clarity you can get on the new person that you need to become, the more beneficial it is going to be for you. Hey group ones. Okay, so what happened was I finished recording your whole group and then I went back and looked at it and then realized that my audio cut off halfway. So what I'm going to do now is I still have all your cards that came out for you, your tea leaf and your tarot cards, and I'm going to go over those cards again and tell you the messages that was meant for you. And yeah, I'm not gonna change the order of the cards or the messages that meant to come out. Luckily, I caught that the audio went out before it's way too late. I caught it before I went to edit my video. So thankfully, we are able to salvage the situation a little bit. I do apologize for this audio issue. But yeah, we are going to get right back into your reading. So we were talking about the card purse. And so with this card, it says to pay attention to your finances. I do think that with this transformation energy that is coming in for you, your finances are going to be affected, but in a positive way. So with this card, I am really seeing the bag overflowing and you getting blessed with many abundances. By paying attention to your finances, I'm also getting the energy that you will be learning new financial knowledge, that this development, this new you is going to be a lot more financially stable and a lot more financially literate in this new chapter of your life. And you also have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So this could indicate that you could be waiting to sign a contract, you could be waiting for news of a raise, but good news is going to come in for you, and you are going to be aware of these good news that are coming in for you, so then you would be expecting it, waiting for it to happen. I'm also seeing that you are going to have this healthy level of expectation because you would understand better your worth. And so you would expect good things to come to you because you truly, fully believe that you deserve it. And next card you guys have is the Tiger. Doing something risky, taking a chance. So Spirit is saying, take a chance on yourself. Make this change. Take calculated risks, especially if it's called forth by inspiration. Take inspired action, even though it might not be the safest bet, because you are going to benefit from it. You know, if an opportunity presents itself to you, and you kind of want to do it, but you're hesitant and you're not sure if you are capable of taking on such responsibility, Spirit is saying, do it. You guys also have the card December. And to me, December talks about the 12th month. It's also the last month of the year. it's giving me that you are completing a whole cycle in your life. With the 12th house as well, really what it's giving me is that you're moving on to a whole new chapter of your life. You know how teenagers transition into adults. So you could be transitioning, you could be graduating from college and transitioning into adulthood. That could be the new chapter, which is very exciting if it is happening for you. But you could also be a full-grown adult and transitioning to a new chapter of your life and having this new energy come forth towards you. All right. And then you guys have Lily, spiritual love. And so this card is telling me that you guys are being taken care of and your spiritual team is really looking after you. They're protecting you. They're sending you guidance and you're being so loved by your higher self, by the universe, and your spiritual team. I also think that with this card, you will be tapping into a whole new level of spirituality where you learn and develop and grow so much as a person spiritually, and it's going to reflect outwards into your material world as well. And then you guys have the Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. To me, this is the positive version of the Tower card that we have in tarot. And what this tells me is that if you could harness this energy of change and use it as a catalyst to build a solid foundation, you could really use this energy to propel yourself higher and higher and really build something strong, not only for yourself but for generations to come, for your family, for your friends as well. You could be that beacon, that lighthouse for them, where they could look at you and be inspired by you and follow in your footsteps. This card also tells me that if you don't take care of this energy, if you don't consciously try to make the positive change when this energy, this shark energy that's lying beneath the water, when that is, showing itself to you, right? If you don't use and harness that energy, it could also cause a tower moment, because what is happening is in your next chapter of your life, change is coming, whether you like it or not. The change is coming. So it's best if you are able to prepare yourself and really use that change as a catalyst, as an energy source to propel yourself instead of being taken down a notch by it. And then the last card that you guys have is marriage. So this is really beautiful. This talks about union. This goes back to the sun and the moon card as well. So if marriage is something that you are planning, that you want, that you look forward to, it is definitely something that is written in this next chapter of your life. I think once you are able to find this new version of you, this new solid foundation, you could possibly be able to attract a counterpart that is matching that energy for you, and you guys will come into a union. Marriage could happen if it's something that you want. If you already have a partner in mind, they could be taking it to the next step and committing to you on a whole new level. It could also mean a marriage between your spiritual self and your physical self as well, where you are able to unify these two energies and help them to work together. But all in all, I see love, happiness, and unity coming in for you, group ones. So now we have your tarot cards, and we are going to go into these additional messages that Spirit has for you for the new chapter in your life. So the first card we had is the Judgment. So this card talks about ascending and moving into a whole new level of who you are and a whole new level of being. The Judgment card also to me symbolizes that your actions and things that you have been acting upon, or things that you have been doing for the past few years or decades of your life, are not being gone unnoticed, right? Spirit notices it, the universe notices your energy, and they finally feel that it's ready for you to transcend and give on this new give you or unlock this new chapter in your life, a new version of you, because you are going to be able to take on the challenges as well as really appreciate all the fortune and prosperity that comes your way. You will finally be financially knowledgeable to handle all the blessing. For example, if the universe were to give your 10-year-old self $10 million, do you think your 10-year-old self would be able to use that money responsibly? Or do you think that, your 10-year-old self, or even your 15-year-old self, they're going to blow it on like ridiculous things and not know how to invest it? So blessings needs to come in at the right time, because you need to be ready to know how to fully utilize the blessing to make sure that it doesn't go wasted. So what I feel is that you're finally ready to have these blessings come into your life, because after the work you've done, you'll finally be able to harness and actually use that energy. And yeah, next card that you have is the Ace of Pentacles. So I do see new financial opportunities coming in, new ways that you can build a solid foundation, build a legacy for yourself. This to me talks about career growth, just changes, positive changes happening in your career and finances that's coming to you in this chapter as well. And not to beat a dead horse, but just as what I said previously, you're getting all these blessings now or you will be getting these blessings after you've done the work to figure out what is your new true self, and figure out all these lessons that you're supposed to unlock before all these blessings come into your life. Next card that you have is the Four of Swords. So to me, this card is telling me that in the meantime, having it fall right underneath the Shark card, in the meantime, it is important for you to reflect, meditate, and really think about what it is that need to change, what it is that you need to embrace, what is that fear that you need to face. Because once you're able to figure that out, you will then be able to move on to this journey and receive all that blessings. And you guys also have the Five of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, you're meditating, you're reflecting, you're trying to understand what the change is. And with the Five of Swords, what I'm getting is that you will then be able to harness this energy and be the master of your thoughts, so that you are able to work with your mind and not against it. And you will come out victorious. You will be able to master your emotions and your thoughts, and you will be able to plan and strategize perfectly. And then you guys have the Nine of Wands. So I do see that this journey is going to bring forth a lot of passion for you. But not only that, this card to me is also telling me that there is something that you're not seeing. With the Nine of Wands, I do see like this man is kind of trapped behind his own mental cage almost, where if he were to just take down those wands that are standing up, he would see that he has a wide field behind him, right? Now that wands could be keeping him safe, but at the same time, it could also be keeping him limited. So what I'm seeing is that you're being called to go past your limitations. And what I mean by that is our conscious mind is a very limited mind. So our conscious brain only takes up about 3% of our whole brain capacity, and the rest of it is in our subconscious. So your true ability, your true potential, the thing that you're supposed to kind of work past or embrace comes from the subconscious. And you need to really, like with the Four of Swords, go deep into your mind and let down your guard so that you are able to draw that ability out. Alrighty, and then next we have the Ten of Pentacles. So with the Ten of Pentacles, I am seeing that at the end of it all, after all the work that you have done, with you transcending and starting this new venture, you will end off this chapter so financially abundant, not only for yourself, but you will be able to build a solid foundation for your entire family, your future generations to come. So this spiritual transcendence is going to bring forth a lot of material gain for you. This is a perfect description of the purse card, where you have so much abundance that it overflows to the relationships and the people that you have around you in your life. Group number ones. And your last card, you have the Ace of Cups. So not only are you going to be financially blessed, you are also going to be emotionally fulfilled by the end of this chapter. You will learn that the all you need in life to feel fulfilled and to feel happy is yourself. You will learn how to fill your own cup. And it's not that you wouldn't have a relationship, because you guys have the marriage card. You guys will have healthy, happy relationships, but you guys will also have independent. I'm thinking of codependence, but the opposite of it. So you wouldn't have any kind of codependency issues. You will be able to be self-reliant. You will be able to stand on your own 2 feet and have the confidence that you are able to take care of yourself, and that you don't need to rely on anybody else to make yourself emotionally fulfilled or materially fulfilled. And so every relationship that you have in your life comes from a place of empowerment, where you know that they're there because they bring something in. Not that they bring something in that you need, but these people are there because you choose for them to be there. It's not because you need something from them, but it's because you really do appreciate just them having, being in your life. And that is a very empowering place to come from. But I do see that by the end of this chapter, group 1, you would be a lot more financially stable than where you started out from, and a lot more emotionally fulfilled than where you are right now. So all in all, it is such an exciting chapter for you. I am so happy that you allowed me to do this reading, and I would really appreciate it if you could just leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Those are just really free ways that you could do to help me grow my channel as well. And I really hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hello group 2s, if you have chosen this green fluorite, this is going to be your reading all about what the next chapter has in store for you. So here are your oracle cards that we are going to be starting out with. And this card is covered because of YouTube rules. There's an image in there that I can't really show. So yeah, let's get started. We're going to first start out with this oracle card, and you guys have the Nightingale. And with this card, what I'm getting is that you're finally speaking up your truth. This new chapter is going to be one where you're able to communicate kindly. Your words are going to come across in a more gentle way, and it's going to come out a lot better. People are going to be able to receive your words with ease. And communication is going to be key in your next chapter. I also feel that with the way this card looks, a voice is finally coming out from the darkness. So it could be something like things that you have held on to before. Things from your childhood could be resurfacing as well. And yeah, with this blue egg at the bottom, is almost giving me this impression that you'll be tapping into your subconscious mind. Blue also reminds me of sadness. So things that made you sad before, maybe things in your childhood that has made you feel negatively, or maybe cause some kind of melancholy in your life, that's going to come to surface, and you are going to be able to communicate it in a much healthy way. And then you guys have optimism with the moon in Sagittarius and birth with Venus in Cancer. So what I'm getting is that this optimism card talks about movement. I also see that this new chapter is something that you should look forward to. Spirit is saying that it's going to bring in a lot of hope. It's going to start developing a lot of hope, but it's also going to help propel you forward and move your life in a direction that is going to help you build a brighter future. I'm not seeing that there's going to be a giant, tremendous change when it comes to this new chapter in your life. However, I do see that you will be moving forward to another milestone in your life that's going to be extremely transformative for you. So take this next chapter as like the build up, right? Like you're building up the story, you're kind of redefining your characters, cleaning up some things about you from your old chapters that you do not need to carry anymore, kind of like lessening the load, so that when you do travel to this new chapter or the new chapters down the road, it's going to be a whole new story for you. You're going to transform into a whole new being. So this next chapter is about reflection, and it's about recalibration. It's also kind of redefining who you are, really like owning your skills, sharpening the knife, like polishing the diamond. So that's the image that I'm getting. So it almost feels like a rebirth of yourself, where you're not gonna come out as a completely different person, but you are going to transform into a much better version of you. And then you guys have the South Node card. So if you're familiar with astrology, South Node talks about kind of our past lives as well as our current life. Is kind of the direction that we want to move away from, because the North Node is kind of our soul's purpose, our life's journey. The South Node is where we come from. So South Node sometimes talks about things that you need to release. And to me, this card is saying that you do need to reflect on a few things to see what it is that you need to release, especially if you've had a pretty traumatic is not the word, but if you had a childhood where it was very transformative for you, be it in a good or a bad way, if you have baggages that you've been carrying since childhood, this new chapter is going to bring forth a lot of reflection. With the water as well, this is where I'm getting the energy of reflecting upon things that happened to you and really seeing things in the eye and bringing things out from the darkness. It's very similar to Group 1's energy, but a little less action-packed. I just feel that this new chapter is going to be really chill for you. If you don't even take note of it, I don't think you would even recognize the change that is happening inside of you. But you are going to be reflecting upon your childhood or your childhood wounds. You might be, if you're doing therapy, you might be working a lot on working through childhood trauma as well. And with Nature's Gem, this card is telling me that it is really important for you to kind of be connected to the world right now. Sometimes when we are in these mode of reflection or just working through our, I guess, doing shadow work and working through our childhood wounds, it could feel isolating. It could feel like the whole world is against you, or you could feel really alone in this. And so if you are able to do some grounding work, maybe going out and stepping onto the ground, or just any way. Sometimes I like to touch the trees because the trees are connected to the earth, and I still feel like I can get some kind of energy from it. So any way that you can ground yourself or connect yourself to the rest of the world and to nature is going to help you speed up this healing process in your next chapter. If you could visualize how the air that you're breathing in comes from the plants around you, and the air that you breathe out goes back into the planet, and how that is going to affect the entire ecosystem, so that we see ourselves as part of a bigger picture, as part of this beautiful painting. And each of us are important in our own way. So feel that connectedness with the universe and with the people around you. And that is really going to help you discover and boost yourself even further in this new chapter of your life and this new discovery that you have. And then you guys have the decision card with I believe this is Mars. Yes, Mars in Gemini. So to me, this talks about kind of quick, it's not really a quick moving energy, but it's like there will come a time in this new chapter where you'll have to contemplate and re-strategize. That could be something that you need to make a decision upon. The speed is not really the most important part when it comes to this decision. However, it is important that you look at all the pros and cons and really weigh out your moves before making any move. So for example, with the chessboard, it is important for you to analyze the whole board before making a move. So same thing with this decision that you need to make in your life. You will have to analyze the different aspects of your life and how it's going to affect all these different parts of your life before moving forward with a decision. Group number 2s. So now we are going to take some tea leaf cards to see any further messages that Spirit has for you for this new chapter of your life. So we're going to take quite a few tea leaves so that we can get more into detail, because I know this new chapter talks about healing, but I want to know what other things you can look forward to, other events that Spirit is going to bring for you. Group number 2. So let's see. Is that enough? Let's do one more. I think this card wanted to come out. All right, and one of them drop. So we are going to start out with this card, and you guys have the nest. This is, okay, so a little story. I have a little bird nest at the front porch of my house right now, and they're like 2 cute tiny birds that live there, and I think they have eggs in the nest because they come back and they don't really leave the nest as much as possible. So I feel like there's a little family growing, and my house is being able to support this new family in spring, and it's such a beautiful feeling. And this nest card is giving me the same vibe as well. So this says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you, but I'm getting the feeling that an emotionally secure, loving family is going to be there for you in this new chapter. So if you have a good relationship with your family, then that's definitely talking about them. But you know, if you have a strained relationship with your family, you could either be fixing that relationship if you want it to be fixed, or you could be finding a whole like soul family, soul tribe that is going to be emotionally secure and loving and be there for you for your highest good in this new chapter. Group number 2s. And next you have clouds, temporary problems. So this is just letting us know that no chapter is without its little ups and downs, but ups and downs are what makes things memorable. And since the problems are temporary, I don't think it's anything that you need to be super aware of. I think that the problems that you do face in this new chapter of your life is going to be something that is easily workable and that you could get over and find the solutions to very, very easily. You guys have angels, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So this to me also goes back to the nest card. So you are divinely guided and protected by your angels and your spiritual team. So when you do have issues or problems, Spirit is saying don't be afraid or don't hesitate to reach out to them and ask them for guidance and for help, because they're there to help you and they would love to help you. You guys also have wind chimes with peace and harmony. So I honestly just feel that this new chapter is overall giving out a lot of peaceful vibes, a lot of inner work, but in a very calm, peaceful way where nothing's gonna rock the boat too much. Okay, spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So this talks about, to me, it's talking about the childhood wound. So I think it's heartache that you use, well, that you have from the past. So things that you no longer have are things that are in your past, right? Like things that, doesn't exist in the current moment or in the future. So it's talking about your childhood self or your past self, and the fact that you are carrying some pains or burdens from your childhood self that is ready to be let go of, which is why you are also being called to do that inner work in this next chapter. You guys have wreath, sorrow over a loss, so same thing. Yeah, I just see that there might have been something that you missed out on or you had to lose in the past, and if you have experienced something like that, Spirit is saying that you are being called to kind of reflect on it and work through it in this next chapter. And then you guys have hills, obstacles to overcome. So again, same energy. I just think that this burden that you're carrying is that obstacle you need to overcome so that you can move on to the next level. And then you have ink pot, problems to be solved. Same thing. So same energy. Yes, do that inner work. And you have elephant, long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. So yeah, I just feel that group 2, I just feel like you guys have been carrying a baggage or a burden that has been going on for a while. Like, it's not a new wound that just happened to you. So what is it that you have been carrying that is no longer serving you? You need to reflect upon it and heal from it, because that's going to shape you into a whole new level of being. And you have the career card. So I think that maybe this wound that you need to heal could be unhealthy patterns that you might have observed from your parents or the grown-ups in your life around their job, because sometimes grown-ups don't always make the best decision, and you might have been raised observing people do or behave certain ways in their career, and that could be reflecting upon you and your current career. I also feel that when you work on all these inner child healing, the benefit that you're going to first start to see in this new chapter is in your career. All right, so now we're going to take a few more tarot cards. I think, yep, we got it all. And we are going to get a little more detail about this new chapter of your life. So let's see what we have. This is the first card that came out, and you have the Queen of Swords. So with this card, it's giving me the energy that, like we said with the Nightingale, communication is going to be important in this new chapter of your life. You're going to learn new skill of discernment and communication, and really setting boundaries and being in your power to be able to communicate and help people understand where you're coming from. That is a very important skill to have, where you wouldn't have misunderstandings, or people wouldn't take your words the wrong way. So this is definitely a new skill, I believe, that you are going to develop from this new chapter. And then you guys have Knight of Cups. So I am seeing that there is emotional fulfillment coming your way. Someone could be coming towards you with an offer. If this person is someone from your past, I am getting the message that you need to discern it a little bit to see whether the offer is sincere. Sometimes they might not give the most sincere apology, and if that's the case, knowing how to draw your boundary with the Queen of Swords, knowing your power and knowing your rights, and not accepting anything that you don't think is your worth, right? That you feel like you feel like they could do a little bit better. And then you have Six of Wands. So this talk about victory, and I do think that with this new energy of your if of this chapter in your life, you are still going to be able to achieve things that you set your mind to. So if there are projects that you work on in this new chapter, you will come out victorious. If you have been working on something for a while, that is going to wrap up, and you're going to have very good results from the project that you've been working on. You also have the Sun. So this talks about great happiness and joy coming into your life. So you will be able to relax. I see a lot of fiery energy. So it could be unlocking a new passion in your life as well. It could also be that a fire sign person could be coming towards you with all these offer, like this offer of love or this offer of union as well. Leos could be very significant too, and fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then you have another major arcana card with the Strength, and this to me also talks about Leo, because of the lion. It gives me that impression, but I just feel that I feel that you will be such a gentle yet firm person. Like you wouldn't have any kind of abrasiveness towards you, towards other people. However, you will also not be a pushover anymore. You would have healed whatever you need to heal from your childhood. You would have solved all the problems that you need to solve in this chapter. It really feels like a wrapping up chapter, group number 2. I know that it might not sound the most exciting. However, after you wrap this up, the next chapter that you'll unfold after this one is going to be a whole new spectacular thing. So you're just wrapping it up right now, and you're also coming out of this chapter super victorious and so ready to pursue a whole new passion. With the Knight of Wands, I really am getting that this is your energy. By the end of this chapter, you are going to charge forward and pursue your dreams and your passion at a new speed that you've never done before. And it all comes from you working through your childhood wounds and these inner healing, because you would have dropped the baggage. When you move forward without carrying any weight, you can move at a much faster speed, and that is the image and that is the impression that I'm getting for this new chapter of your life. So it sounds really wonderful, wrapping everything up and moving forward to your new journey. And I am so excited for you. Thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you, group number 2s. If you had found this helpful, you could leave a like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. That is the easiest and free way to support me as well. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye! Hi group 3s, if you have chosen this blue apatite crystal, this is going to be your reading all about what is unfolding for you in the next chapter of your life. So we're gonna start out with the oracle card. Also, I'm filming this on a whole new day, so little things might have changed. And I also have this really adorable cup, cat cup that looks just like my cat, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. It has coffee in it. But anyway, let's get started with your reading. So the first card I'm going to talk about is actually this card with intent. So with the intent card, what I'm seeing is that the new chapter in your life, you are going to delve deeper within you to pull out an intention or a goal or an objective that you need to hit. So what I'm thinking about is like your soul's purpose. This new chapter is going to be unfolding your soul's purpose for you, and it is going to come from deep within you. And what I'm getting with all your oracle cards as well is that this purpose is going to come from your childhood, or doing reflection about your past, especially reflecting on your childhood is going to help you discover this intent and the purpose in life. The important thing about knowing your purpose is that once you are aligned with your purpose in life, why you're on this earth, that's when you start to get that sense of direction, and that's when everything starts to fall into place. So this new chapter is going to be really exciting for you because from what the cards are telling me is that you might not have fully realized your purpose or what you are supposed to achieve and learn in this lifetime, or what you're supposed to share in this lifetime. And you're going to uncover and discover that in this new chapter. Your next card, you have the originality, and this is giving me the same meaning as well. So this is Mercury in Aquarius, and this card talks about coming up with inventions and creations from your mind, being inspired and being drawn to create new things. So this new chapter is going to be really hopeful. It's going to be filled with imagination and inspiration. You might feel like you're going to be called to do a lot of different things, and you suddenly might have a lot of inspiration, which could be good or bad, right? Like sometimes we are inspired to do many things, but there's only 24 hours in a day, and there's only so much that you could do and carry yourself towards that inspiration. However, one thing that you can do to help yourself is that take a look at everything that you're being called to do and being inspired by. They could be completely different random things, but try to see if you were to like whittle it down and narrow it down to the core of them, what is the purpose of all these different inspiration? You know, like it could be that you're being called to heal, or maybe you're being called to teach and guide. When you whittle it down like that, you will find your true calling and your true center and the main purpose in your life. So that is one thing that is coming up for you guys, group number 3. And next, you also have this dragon card. So the dragon card to me talks about wisdom. When I see the dragon, I'm also seeing good luck. In Chinese astrology, they say that people who are born in the year of the dragon, which this is the year of the dragon in 2024, is going to bring about a lot of good luck to you. So another thing that is coming up for you in this chapter is that you are going to be blessed with a lot of good luck. It also talks to me about wisdom and inner knowing. And when the dragon card appears in a reading, to me it shows that your inner self, there's a light being ignited in your inner self. And so that just goes with all the inspiration card that we've been getting as well. So there's something going to be ignited inside of you. The flame is going to spark, and you are going to be guided by that flame down your most highest path, like where you'll be most rewarded, and the people around you, your family, your friends, anybody that you come into contact with would also be very highly rewarded because you are now walking down the truest path for you, group number 3. And that's very exciting. And next we have this card with house 4. It says cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. So another thing that is unfolding for you in this new chapter of your life is that you're going to be more tied to your family roots. If you are in the phase of life where you are thinking of starting a family, starting your own roots, your own tradition, it is going to be a really good time for you to start implementing that, to start attracting that into your life. I'm also seeing that you'll be doing a lot of cleanup when it comes to your familial ties, especially if you have a strained relationship with a woman figure in your life. So your mother, your grandmother, if you need some kind of cleaning up to do, or even if you have a good relationship with them, this new chapter is going to elevate that relationship. You know, it's going to make it a lot better than it already is. You are going to be tapped into your childhood self, and you're going to be able to heal the wounds that you still have in your childhood. And what I'm also seeing is that you tapping into that energy of your childhood self is going to help you uncover a lot of new realizations as well as inspirations. Group 3s. And your last oracle card, you have Moon in Virgo with Otter. So this card is saying that there is some things that are going to change and new habits are going to be implemented with the new chapter in your life. So, you know, with inspiration or with new creation, there are some things that you need to restructure and reorder in order to have it be a part of your life. And I am seeing that in this new chapter, you are going to be able to sort of restructure that puzzle piece to make sure that everything fits in perfectly for you. Yes, and also it is saying that finding structure and making space for all these new change in this chapter of your life is going to be very beneficial for you. So when you're being called to do that, when you feel like let's say the day-to-day routine that you currently have needs to change, that is a good thing for you. Group number 3, Spirit is saying that when you have the call, that inspiration to feel like you have to change something in your life, go ahead and do it. Find new ways and new room for all these. Ooh, that's a lot of cards that came out. But yes, find new room, new space for all this inspiration to come out for you. So we're going to take a look at tea leaf cards now to see any further messages. You do have quite a lot of... Sorry, I just heard something outside my room. So I'm just making sure. That was my cat. It is my cat. Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at some of these tea leaf oracle cards to see any further messages that we have for you. So we're going to first start out with this card. It says frying pan, trouble, accusations. What I immediately got with the frying pan is that saying that says don't jump from the frying pan into the fire. So in this new chapter of your life, you are gonna be called to do many things, but you know deep down inside of you what is good for you and what is more of the same, like more of the same troubles and issues, and it's going to bring about the same problems that you already have before. So Spirit is saying to be aware of that. Don't jump into the trouble. Make sure that before you make any kind of decision, this structure and order is really important. You need to contemplate instead of jumping headfirst into a change. So taking that time to really think about what change you want to implement and how you want to put it into your life is going to be very important and very beneficial for you. You have a bread, period of prosperity and abundance. So new chapter is going to bring about abundance for you. And I feel like this period is going to last for quite a while. Throughout this whole journey of you figuring things out and putting things into place, it is good and reassuring to know that when you're still figuring stuff out, that you're still being blessed with abundance, so you don't have to worry about your well-being or worry that you would not be taken care of in this change. You have tulip with great passion, so definitely linked to the intent card, where you're going to draw out something from deep within you that you're going to be passionate about, which is going to be your compass in life and pointing you towards your soul's purpose. Next, you have hammock, taking a vacation physically or mentally. So it's not going to be just all work for you. Group number 3, even though it sounds like there's a lot of change, Spirit is saying that you will have time to rest and recuperate and take care of yourself. And then you have weeping willow with family sorrow. So this is tying to your house 4 card, and I do think that for a majority of us, there might be some familiar wounds that we'll have to work through, and working through any kind of family sorrow that you have is going to be very crucial and beneficial for you. I see a lot of beneficial in this reading, but anyway, you have tiger with doing something risky, taking a chance. So take a chance on what you're being called to do. Spirit is encouraging you that you need to take calculated risks. It's going to be good for you. And then lastly, you have torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. This goes directly with the dragon card. If you have this oracle card, the spirit animal spirit guidebook and the oracle cards, in the guidebook itself, you'll see that in the dragon explanation page, you also have a lit match that looks like the torch. So it's just further confirmation that something is going to be ignited inside of you, something spiritual, something that is very deeply rooted. Your true passion and your true purpose in life is going to be awakened in this new chapter. Group 3s, you have I just feel like this change is meant to happen because you just have a lot of cards that just wants to drop out like in a whole stack. So let me see, we do have quite a lot of cards. So we might have to do this reading a little bit differently from the other groups. So we are going to first start out with the stack of tarot cards that came out for you. You have the Empress. I'm just going to lay them all out as well to see what the message is. So you have the Empress, the Moon, and this is giving me very strong feminine motherly energy. Justice, that's a lot of major arcanas. 2 of Pentacles. You have the Devil. Okay. You have the Star, 6 of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. Okay. So that's a lot of tarot cards. What you're getting is that, okay, with the Empress and the Moon, I feel like definitely healing or thinking about the feminine relationships that you've had growing up in your life is going to be very crucial for you. I feel that with the feminine, the mother energy, there's something that is tying you down. There's something with the Devil, it talks about addiction, but addiction in a way that like you might be addicted to a certain kind of mindset. You might have told yourself this story over and over again for all your life that you don't really see any other way out of it. So clarifying your maternal relationships is going to be important for you. With the Justice card and the 2 of Pentacles too, I feel that things are going to come into balance for you. So right now, as you're listening to this reading, I think that internally there are some imbalances going on. There are some darkness that is kind of overpowering the light. So you're being called to do shadow work and do maternal wound healing so that everything can come into balance. And once you are in that state of balance, you will be able to embark on this new journey. With the star card, I'm seeing hope coming in. And it might be a realization for you that you don't have to carry all these wounds with you forever. And the hope that's coming in could be that you finally feel like you can heal from this. You can heal this relationship. It can get better, and that you can have a nice kind of mother, like you can have a nice relationship with your mother. And then with the Six of Swords and the Five of Swords, ending off your tarot reading, I feel that you can mentally get past all these traumas that you've had before, and with mental clarity, you will be able to achieve victory over your mindset. So it's a whole new change of mindset that is going to help you heal the relationship that you have in your maternal wound. I think this new chapter of your life, not only are you going to be inspired and called towards your soul's purpose, that inspiration is coming from you healing this maternal wound. Maybe this new chapter you're going to be a guide, like a counselor that helps troubled children heal, because you yourself have healed from this maternal, I keep saying maternal wound because I feel like that's the most applicable for you guys in group 3s. But whatever wound you had in your childhood, you're going to use that to heal yourself. And then down the line, you're going to guide younger people, the younger generation, to heal their own wounds based on your own experiences. You're going to help them and guide them to take the right steps forward. And yeah, that is the new change that I'm seeing for you in this new chapter of your life. Group number 3, thank you so much for letting me do this reading for you. I really hope it resonated with you. And if you really like this reading, make sure to give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!